Hi, this is Edward Lambert with the Effective Demand Research, and this video is going to be in response to a comment by Arnie at the Angry Bear blog comment section. He was wondering if you just taxed capital and just transferred that money to labor, if that would actually increase the effective demand limit. So let's do the model and see what happens. Now here's the model. We have net tax, the net tax rate, effective tax rate on capital at 14.6%. And the effective tax rate on labor is 11.2%. Together, the government will collect $1.886 trillion in taxes from capital and labor. And what happens now is that I'm going to raise this limit. Well, first I want to show you that with this, I'm going to do a goal seek to show at these particular effective tax rates, I'm going to set the difference between the beginning and the ending to 0, so it's going to go to its equilibrium. So I'm going to change the initial cell so that the money going into the economy will ultimately end up equaling the money going to firms. Okay. So in doing this, we see that at these effective tax rates, the real GDP equilibrium comes out to $16.116 trillion. Okay, now let's go back. Make sure I get these numbers right. Let's go back and we're going to raise the taxes, the effective tax rate on capital to 17%. See, I want to show you this 1.886 trillion in net taxes. We're going to keep this constant. You see it changed? So what I have to do is go back up to goal seek. And I want this number to go back to 1.886 by changing the effective tax rate on labor. So you're going to watch the effective tax rate on labor drop from 11.2 to 10.4. So what we've had basically at this point is we've had an increase in taxes on capital and a decrease in net taxes on labor. Taxes are maybe taxes are the same, but there's a larger transfer, which means the effective net tax rate on labor has decreased because of that transfer. Now what we're going to do is do a goal seek again to find out where the real GDP equilibrium is. Now remember before, when the tax rates hadn't been changed, that it came out to 16.116 trillion. Now it comes out to 16.6. It went from 16.116 to 16.616. Just by taxing capital more and transferring the money to labor, the economy has an equilibrium point much higher. Now just think about that for a second. Labor, if you give money to labor, the economy is going to grow. Now of course there are limitations on that. There's equilibrium points on that. You can give too much money to labor. But at this point in time, if you did tax capital more and transferred that money to labor, the economy would have a higher equilibrium rate that it could reach for. So this was Arnie's point. He says if you did tax capital more and labor and gave that money to labor, that should effectively raise the effective demand limit. And he is right. He is correct. There it is. Okay, just wanted to show that.